Welcome to a new episode of Not Just Another Disney Podcast. I am Steve.
I'm Christopher.
The series, episode 7.
Yeah.
Because we're one ahead from the other one. We're doing The Simpsons. In case you're new, Simpsons, Mandalorian. This is the penultimate episode of season 1 Mandalorian. Do you know what penultimate means?
No.
Look it up! And Cars and what's the short? One Man Band.
Yeah.
So let's dive into The Simpsons first. What was the episode called, Chris?
The Call of the Simpsons.
Call of the Simpsons. I have my notes here because has his notes in front of him. So I apologize. I didn't go like this so I can look down or what. I'm old. I don't remember anything. All right. Chalkboard gag is I will not draw naked ladies in class. And the couch gag is the family comes in, just sits on the couch in a normal manner. Nothing happens.
Boring.
Alright, do you want to summarize the plot?
Basically Homer gets jealous that Flanders has a has a RV, so he goes to buy one, has bad credit, gets the worst one, drives it off a cliff, and they get stranded and he's Bigfoot now.
So, the credit thing really killed me when they go in and the guy run the credits, no big deal, it's fast talker, and then the alarm goes off. And Homer says, "Is that a good alarm?" And Bob goes, "You ever know alarm to be good?" He's like, "No, that's in case I'm blind and I can't see your credits going. The sound will know that I can't give you any good credit."
If you're saying to me, "Bob, is this guy good for it?" I say, "Yes. I don't check this machine. But I don't own the place, even though my name's up there. Long story, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to have to run it through the computer."
Is that a good siren? Am I approved?
You ever known a siren to be good? No, Mr. Simpson, it's not. It's a bad siren. That's the computer in case I went blind telling me sell the vehicle to this fella and you're out of business. That's what the siren says.
Oh.
Seems the ultimate behemoth is a wee bit out of your price range. And wee bit is me being polite. You couldn't afford this thing if you lived to be $1 million.
Don't you have something that isn't out of my price range?
That was funny. What are your initial thoughts?
It was good. It's getting better. It's getting there.
I think this is the first Shut Up Flanders, too, in this episode.
I think so.
I don't remember hearing it previously, but this is the first Shut Up.
And we also haven't really seen him a lot.
No, he becomes bigger as we go. Is that a good siren? This starts Homer becoming a little bit dumber,
Yeah.
too. Right? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
What were your favorite stuff?
When he becomes Bigfoot because he gets all muddy. And they're talking to Marge, and they're acting like she married Bigfoot because they still think it's Bigfoot. So it's a bunch of news articles like his favorite food is pork chops, and she calls it Homer. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It looks as if you girls have been getting along all right, but it's a darn good thing we found you when we did. There's something horrible roaming these woods.
There is? Why, that's my husband. His name isn't Bigfoot. His name is Homer.
What does it eat?
I don't understand. What's this all about? Well, I suppose pork chops are his favorite.
And for a ton of news people, but no Kent Brockman.
Nope.
We're Kent Brockman-less in season 1.
Their bedroom has a TV in it. It doesn't normally have that.
Does Homer say "avenge me" at one point too?
I don't think so.
When he's getting when he gets shot by the tranquilizer dart that they think is Bigfoot. Buck goes over to him and he goes, "Avenge me." That's pretty funny. We see Dr. Monroe again. That's one of the doctors analyzing Homer. And the bear taking care of Maggie is cute. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
And again, Maggie, this is the first time Maggie saves Homer.
Yeah.
Maggie will save Homer again.
Be the savior.
And a few times. Once in the movie. So.
When are we getting to that?
When we get to the movie, when we go in between the episode and when they got released. So. We'll do the movie as well.
That'll be a long episode.
Nah,
Longer.
a little bit longer. So what do you think of this episode?
It's good. It's getting there. I vaguely remember this episode.
I liked a lot of this one.
It's about Battle 4.
I don't remember season 1 episodes being that they're okay, but not. It's funny. This one kind of made me laugh a lot more
Yeah.
than usual. This is a solid Simpsons episode. I think this is probably my favorite episode of season 1 so far.
Yeah. So far, yes.
Yeah, so far. There's not a lot more to go, I don't think, in season 1. There's a short order.
Really. Yeah.
Then we get into the 20 episode runs.
Yeah.
Rank?
4.
Yeah, I give it 4. Solid 4. Alright, we're gonna go into Mandalorian, but
I
Chris
have
found breaking news!
It's not like confirmed. It's obviously
Rumors.
It's leaks. So
since we haven't done a Disney news one in a while, Chris will get some Mandalorian news.
there's going to be 8 episodes allegedly. Every episode except for episode 7 and 5 are going to be directed by Jon Favreau.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then episode 5 will be directed by Dave.
The guy who did Clone Wars and stuff.
That's when people think Ahsoka Tano is going to be introduced because it's directed by him who made Clone Wars.
Okay.
And then episode 7 will be by Rick Rick something.
He sounds familiar. I don't know.
And I have leaked episode titles.
Okay.
Episode
Go slow.
Episode 1 will be called The Search.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, these are all like leaks, so it's not confirmed, but it could be confirmed.
Yeah.
Could be true.
Are there any type spoilers in here?
No, just
Okay.
just title names in the.
Well, the last title name could be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Episode
Potential
1,
spoiler if you really want to
Spoiler.
go in clean.
Yeah.
And these are not like facts or anything. These are just rumors. Go ahead.
Episode 1 or chapter 1 will be called The Search. Chapter 2 is The Confirmation. Chapter 3 is The Bounty. Chapter 4 is The Republic. Chapter 5 is The Loyalist. Chapter 6 is The Sorcerer. Chapter 7 is The Return. And Chapter 8 is The Empire.
Which one's Filoni directing? 6?
Yeah.
So the
Or no,
source
5.
5. Okay.
Which
And that's
would,
the
would be
Loyalist.
The Loyalist.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
think she would come in The Sorcerer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So,
Interesting that the Empire is on there.
yeah, because
Um,
this could lead into the start of the Empire or the very early.
The New
start.
Order.
Yeah, New Order. I mean,
The Bounty is an interesting title because it could have a double
Boba
meaning.
Fett.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because nobody likes how Boba Fett went out in Return of the Jedi.
yeah, and it was confirmed that he's coming back.
It was?
Yeah, and he's being played by the guy who played.
Well, it's not confirmed. There's no...
Oh well, it was. I keep seeing that he's being played by the guy who played Jango Fett in the prequels.
We'll see. I'm not sure about that. But that's possible for that one. And, yeah, interesting.
So other than that, there's nothing really.
It's coming up quick. So we're
Yeah.
going to be, by our calculation, we're going to be like 1 behind, I think, once it comes out. I think we'll go 1 episode without talking about it.
I honestly think she will be introduced in episode 6, but fully, like, at the end of episode 6, they'll show her, and then episode 7 will be about her, because it's
The
called
Return.
The Return. So, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So, like, 5 would be setting it up, 6 would continue that setup, and then 7 would be the she's here.
Yeah. Interesting. I told him not to tell me, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kept it quiet.
Okay, let's go over this episode of The Mandalorian. Chapter 7, The Reckoning, and I didn't even bring it up, I don't think. Oh, yes, I did. Look at that. Yeah. Episode 7, The Reckoning, directed by... Oh, my stupid thing doesn't... Well, it tells me, but... Okay. Directed by... Hold. Deborah Chow, and written by Jon Favreau? Favreau? Let me see. Nope. Yeah, directed by, written by. So, Jon Favreau, written by, directed by Chow. This is the penultimate episode. I can't get that word out sometimes. Basically, the Mandalorian is contacted by the head of the guild, and is offered for him to come back, and they would kill the guy who put the bounty out for the child.
Yeah.
So he goes back and gathers what the heck is her name?
I don't know. I just
lady's
wrote down
name.
recruit the lady again.
I have it written down.
Cara Dune.
Yeah, Cara Dune. What do you say that?
Very first one.
Okay. Yeah, Cara Dune. She's back. The short guy is Kuel. Get his name. Kuel.
Yeah.
Kuel.
Q.
First Moff Gideon we see, and so they've been the child. The child is actually not in the case. Kuel goes back to the ship with the child. They get ambushed at the meeting. They don't shoot the guy, Grand Moff. I don't know, Moff Gideon. Black shoulder. I don't know what to call it, but they're like all dressed in black.
Yeah.
Armor. Kind of looks like stormtroopers, but not really.
Stormtroopers.
Maybe. I'm not sure what they're called. And they shoot him, and now they're stuck in that building with his army around him. He's kind of like the head of that sector, I guess. Do we see the... I forget, do we see the...
Nope.
Okay, we don't see that.
And the next episode.
Yeah. So the Kuel gets killed, and the child is taken by the two speeder bike stormtroopers.
Which I remember people really liking them as characters.
Yeah, the next episode. And then we find out that Kuel, after the first initial getting of the child, reprogrammed the bounty hunter droid
To be his servant.
Yeah. So
we do see more of his healing powers.
yeah, so this is interesting. So he didn't remember this, but I do remember. There was a gap in between the last episode and this episode, like a week gap before they show this episode, because in Rise of Skywalker, they show the force power of her healing. I forget who he.
Kylo Ren.
Who?
Kylo Ren. She heals Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah, Kyle, whatever.
Kylo
Ren, yeah. And they didn't want that shown in the series before they showed it in the big reveal in the movie. So the child does do some healing. It's just the Evan, don't worry. The child does do some healing, and he did try to fly the ship, which is pretty funny.
That was at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I also like that scene because right before, as Baby Yoda starts walking over to the guy to heal him, he yells, "He's gonna eat me."
Yeah, I think he was trying to do it so he would not.
Yeah.
Some great tension between whether traveling to the meeting point.
Because this is the guy that he betrayed.
Yeah.
That Mandalorian betrayed.
Well, I'm talking about in the ship.
Yeah.
There's tension between all of them because Cara Dune doesn't like the race of Q's race because they help the Empire. So there's tension between there. He doesn't. Mando doesn't like the droid. So some good moments in there.
Yeah.
Very good. I think it's a great
good
episode. We see a ton of stormtroopers.
Oh yeah.
They are still around.
But they're not. Their armor isn't as nice. It's like
No, 'cause
you
they're-
can tell they've been kind of abandoned. They have
Yeah, they're just for hire now.
Yeah.
They're not part of any kind of
their arms for
rebellion or anything. They're not part of the kind of any empire because the empire is falling apart. Yeah, this episode is awesome.
I liked it.
It's good. Okay, no,
It's not my favorite.
I think even still last week's was my favorite. So far.
I really like the next one.
But I do like the introduction of Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
The actor who plays him also played on Breaking Bad as Gus. So he brings that to it, which he's a very good actor. He was in Community 2 for a season. So, very good actor. I'm looking forward to seeing him more in this full season coming up.
Oh yeah.
And we'll go over what he holds in his hand at the end. But what would you rate this one?
4. I don't think any episode is going to go below a 3 for me anymore. They're all so...
Well, there's only one left, so...
Well, I mean, even next season, I don't think...
Well, we don't know yet. We
don't know.
Can't widely do that yet. There might be something we don't like.
Yeah, but...
We all thought Rise of Skywalker was going to be good, and it wasn't, so...
It wasn't terrible, but
it was not good. I have yet to rewatch it.
Prequels are better.
No, they're not. So... Yeah, very good. I'm glad we kind of started this so we get fresher before the next season.
And it lines up like perfectly. There's probably going to be one episode into the next season that we still talk about the last episode. Or we can always double up too.
No, we'll just do one by one. Give people a chance. So, okay. Yeah, alright. Mandalorian, great. No breaking news there. Alright, let's get into the 6th release from Pixar.
The short.
The short first, which is...
One Man Band.
One Man Band?
One Man Band.
What did you have for that?
It's kind of like a little cute short.
Yeah, I fell asleep during it. I don't remember. I literally just watched it and fell asleep. The only thing I saw was 2 one-man band guys and a girl with a coin.
The only thing that I really found funny about it is at the end when she drops the coin down the sewer drain, she kind of just stares at them both and just puts her hand out to ask for a coin, and she just kind of takes a violin from him and then makes more money than them in a second. That's really all it is.
I have no recollection of this.
I think this is like my least
at all. No recollection of the short.
I watched it like 10 minutes ago.
Even when I watched it, I had no memory of this. It's also probably good to know I don't think I've ever seen Cars all the way through, because I don't remember a lot that happened in Cars, which is the next one.
You'll hear my thoughts. Nothing really good other than
well,
that.
maybe, I'm sure it was fine.
It's about 2.
Yeah,
it's boring.
They can't all be winners.
Well, moving on to Cars, because before I forget, the blue guy that does his pit stops at the end, like. I forget his name, the Italian one.
Luigi?
Yeah. He's voiced by Monk, or the guy who plays Monk.
No, that's the yellow one.
Oh, well, he's voiced by the guy who plays Monk.
Luigi, yeah. Well, yeah, and I didn't realize Michael Keaton was the second runner-up car, the green car. Thunder, they called him toward the end. But let's go over Cars. It was released in
2006.
And has the voices of Owen Wilson, Paul Newman. This is his final acting role, Paul Newman. Bonnie Hunt, Larry the Cable Guy. Tony Shalhoub, Cheese Martin. George Carlin, who has also passed away. He is awesome. Paul Dooley. Michael Keaton. John Ratzenberger, of course. Cliff from Cheers. And hit this... famous racing people who make like voice cameos: Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mario Andretti, and Jay Leno is in this because he's a Cars guy. If you never knew, as Jay Limo. I wonder if
his lips are even small in that too.
Well, his chin. This is his chin. I wonder if he got rid of Conan too in this universe. Is there a Conan car somewhere that hates Jay Leno? I bet you there is. Alright. The budget for this was $120 million. I'm not gonna make you guess anymore. What do you think make you think with the box office? First, let's get our thoughts. Should
we go over the movie?
Let's do the story real quick. It's all cars. Flies are cars. It's weird.
It's fun.
And Lightning McQueen is a rookie in the racing circuit. There's a tie at the last race of the season between the top winner, the guy who comes in second, and him. There's a kind of runoff race that they need to get to. He gets lost during the transportation to Radiator Springs. Radiator Springs is like closed down. He tears up the road because he thinks the police car is firing at him, which is kind of weird nowadays. And he's kind of stuck there until he fixes the road. Yeah. He starts to fall in love with the town, and Sally, is that her name?
Sarah.
No,
Sally. Yes,
Sally. Sarah. The Doc Hudson is a famous race car from way back in the day.
The Hornet.
Yeah, the Hudson Hornet, he was called. He got in a crash and they forgot about him. They all team up at the end and he goes to the race and he wins the race, right?
Nope.
Oh, he didn't win the race.
The
He didn't win the race?
Nope. The green car.
Oh, that's right. The green car crash. Yeah,
the
T-boned him.
King. He crashes.
That's right.
So Lightning McQueen stops right before the finish line, lets him finish, goes to push the King over to the finish line, lets him finish his last race. And then
Right, that's true.
finishes.
Yep, that's totally right. I just watched it. I totally forgot. So Lightning McQueen is pretty selfish in the end. He learns how, in the beginning, and then he learns, how to treat people right. 388 Springs got people, and they come to help him, and he learns that, being the good person is better than just winning.
I don't understand why people don't like this movie.
It's okay.
I'm just going to say right now, I gave it 5 stars and a heart. It's the top of my list.
Wow. I mean, the animation, listen.
It's great.
The animation is beautiful. You cannot
not
love
that.
this animation. It is gorgeous. It is detailed.
There's one scene that, I don't know why it stands out to me, but there's a scene where he's, racing against the green guy, and the thing that he put on his car and, kind of his right bumper is, a little C thing to get lightning. As he drives, up and down past him, you see it reflect on his car.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We'll talk about Cars Land in a minute, too. But you can tell why they made a land out of this in Disneyland. The crash in the beginning was great animation, the way he kind of went through. The Michael Jordan-esque, tongue out thing that Michael Jordan did when he dunked. That was, I know you probably didn't get that because you're not a Michael Jordan person. So that was kind of a good reference. There's some funny parts.
I think the funniest part was when he's trying to tell the town about Doc's racing history, and he says that he has 3 piston cups, and Mater yells he did what in his cup?
No, it's true. He's a real racing legend. He's the fabulous Hudson Hornet.
Fabulous? I never seen Doc drive more than 20 miles an hour. I mean, have you ever seen him race?
No, but I wish I could have. They say it was amazing. He won 3 piston cups.
He did what in his cup?
I don't know, it's one of the best.
I hate Larry the Cable Guy so much. And
Why?
He's not my kind of humor. It's just...
It's my kind of humor.
It's so dumb. Somebody yells "Freebird" in the tent, which is funny. The one line that did make me laugh when he's his lawyer and he goes out and he goes, "Oh yeah, you owe me $32,000 in legal fees." That was pretty funny.
Arnold is a governor in this. He has a car.
Yeah, he is a car. Yeah, he's a Hummer.
Oh, the A113. There's a couple of them in this one.
Okay.
There's one on the front of the train when he's trying to race the train.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Mater's Lightning license plate.
Okay. I didn't really pick out Pizza Planet, but I'm sure it has to be in here somewhere.
It's a Cars movie.
Yeah.
It's probably in the crowd of one of the...
Yeah, I'm sure it's there. The tramp stamp on Sally is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then... it's a fine movie.
Me and Kia Flash.
I don't think people pick on this one. It's the second one people pick on.
Yeah, the second one's weird.
This one is fine. I mean, the animation's good. There's some good scenes, but it's just...
At least the second one will line up good with our other show. It's a Bond-type movie.
Yeah. I have no real issues with this one.
I don't either. I like it.
It's fine. It's not my favorite by far.
It's my favorite by far.
You gave it 5. I give it a 3.
I didn't just give it 5 stars. I liked it too.
I'd say it's toward the bottom. I forget what my bottom is one now. I think it's Toy Story.
I think my bottom is Toy Story 2.
I think this is probably either... I gotta look. It's either my bottom or second to bottom.
I know my...
You know when you can find out? By the time this airs, you can go to Letterboxd. WORS77BB. What's yours?
CHRISOPA.
Yep.
This is first, and then Bug's Life is under it.
Bug's Life is amazing. Okay, let's get back to some trivia. What do you think the box office made? I mean, they made a land out of this,
So
so,
the budget,
you know it's
the budget was 152 million, right?
120.
120. I want to say it's close to $1 billion because Finding Nemo made almost $1 billion. Because Finding Nemo made like 960 million. Because you yelled at me when I said $1 billion, even though it was kind of close.
462 million is made.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's
not as good as Finding Nemo though.
No, not as good as Nemo, but what this did, the Cars line of stuff, is a moneymaker for Disney. It is the first 5 years after this came out, they made $10 billion off the Cars merchandising alone after the first 5 years. It's just printing money for them. So let's talk about Cars Land because we've both been.
I vaguely remember. I remember the Cars ride, kind of, and that's it.
It's fun and amazing and beautiful.
We took pictures with Mater.
Yep. And the Cars ride is amazing, worth the wait. When you turn around and you see the waterfall, the music that plays is the same as this. And it's this beautiful.
I like that scene a lot too.
If you go there at night before the neon comes up, they turn on the neon and it comes on the way it comes on in the movie. So each way it comes on is exactly the same way. That is amazing.
Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do 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 shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, 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 bip, a bip, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we meet again. Boom, life could be a dream.
Didn't when we went, there was some guy there that was like, when we went.
That sounded weird.
When we went, wasn't there some guy answering, like, giving us trivia
questions? Yeah, he was awesome. I forget his name. I wish there was still a place you could find out where that was. I don't remember. I mean, it's just Cars Land is amazing. It's amazing. They have those cones. We ate there for breakfast once. Did we ever eat there? We didn't eat there, right? At Cars Land?
Wasn't that
yeah, we ate at Flo's. That was in the restaurant. No.
I thought there was something on the ship too, but with a little.
The ship? No.
No, the ship we went on.
I understand what you're saying, but no.
Yeah, there was.
There's like pastry cones, and they put for breakfast. It's like eggs and ham and cheese and stuff. It's very good. And then for dinner and stuff, they have like sloppy joes in it and stuff. It's very yummy.
What do you think of the music in this one?
The music, I love the soundtrack.
The "Life Is a Highway" song I have in my personal playlist because I like that one a lot.
I like the Main Street song. That was kind of sad to see Main Street closing. It's very much like going on right now. Shop local if you can. And yeah, I mean it's a fine movie. It's a movie that makes them money.
Yes.
That prints them money. Just the names. Cars, put it on something, money.
They did. They made Woody cars, Buzz Lightyear cars.
It's crazy.
Star Wars cars.
What did you get? 5?
Yeah. You said 3.
Yeah, 3's good. I don't think it's... This is not the worst Pixar movie. By far. So,
I know it's not going to be... I know it's not going to end up being on the top of my list by the end of the
You don't know
series,
that. It's number 1 right now.
Yeah.
So,
but
we'll see.
I thought with Bug's Life, and Bug's Life is 2 now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Alright. Follow us on all the social medias. We'll be back posting regularly pretty soon. We'll try to get a Disney news show up For next week, I know we've been laxing a little bit, but you know, COVID. Man, this year has just been woo. So stay safe and
always remember to have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Okay, you stole my line. Bye.
Bye.